Hello, it's Christine from the channel Christine and Celeste. It's Sunday morning and I thought I would do a tarot theme from Tarot Nerds for the month of July, and it's about the decks that you don't use. And I don't have many left because I've sold quite a lot of my collection so far. I'm going not minimalist because I'll never be. I think I'm like Veronica, never be minimalist. But all these decks that I bought and hardly looked at are already gone. The ones I have here, and I will show you, I like them. I actually want to keep them. For the moment, because you know there's step 2 in my clearing, but for the moment, so I like them, but somehow I never reach for them. And the first one is the Hidden Waters Tarot by Anatorian. I got the second edition. The box is awful. It's falling up. Well, it's kind of not great. Anyway, the first one came in a tin, but I missed out on it. So I love the idea. This is exactly my type of deck. That's what I mean. In every case, it's my type of deck. It's for me. And then I looked at the card. I like it. I like the card stock. You know, I'm not particular about it anyway. I love the drawings. She did it with the Rorschach type test painting. Then she added, you know, she did some corrections on it. And I think I'm not using it because it triggers your intuition. Look at this 10 of Wands. You can feel the head. You can see the red head. I don't know if you see that, because you know, you see what you want in these cards, but you see that red head and you go, oh, you know, it's just, you can't take it anymore. It's too much. It's all on your shoulders. You just can't do it. I feel it. I think what's bothering me with this deck is the black borders. I think that's what it is. I would have wanted an open and a bigger pitch, this bigger, right? And I think this is what's bothering me. Now, I talked for a while, I thought, am I going to trim it or not? And I'm trying not to trim my decks because I've realized that although they look better, I like them less. So I know it's a complex issue, trimming, but let me show you some cards. They're beautiful and exactly what I like. Because you just focus, you know, I don't do big spreads. I don't do spreads generally apart from the chakra spread. And it taps exactly the intuition. It taps exactly what I want to in a tarot deck. But I never reach for it. Ever. It's got the God card. I was very pleased with that too. They're not shiny. They're matte. They just look great. I think, I don't know. I can't explain. You see, that's the thing. Why don't I reach for it? No idea. Look at that Wheel of Fortune. I apologize if you hear music or the washing machine. It's Sunday morning. I don't know what's happening out there. I can hear some medieval music going on. Marching band of some sort. The Spirit Guardian. I mean, I could beat myself up for not using this deck. I don't know. And this in black and white, the Nine of Swords. Oh, you really feel these swords there because it sucked the color out of your life, your mental issues. Sucking. I can't fault it. I can just say that I think it's the black borders. I think it is. Now I'm doing these videos, so I'm going to put them at the front of my collection. And I'm going to make an effort all this year, because I can't do it, you know, in 1 month, but all this year to just reach for them. I remember watching Kellyanne Maddox. She had a little bag of some sort, a basket, that's it. She had a basket where she put the decks that she hardly works with, so she would work with them more. Maybe I should do this. So I'm not going to stay too much longer on this one. The Hidden Waters, it's a great deck, but maybe it doesn't work for me. I don't know yet, because I haven't tried it much. The next one is another one I don't understand why I'm not using it at all. It's the Fountain Tarot. Now, I was very late. It's the mass market edition. I was very late in buying it. I knew the mass market would come out. So when I know there is a mass market, I wait for it, because honestly, the budget is just getting too much when you love cards like this. So great box, little booklet. I must admit I haven't read it. You see, it's like new. I think I got it out of the box and that's it. The backs, the silver gilding, the minimalism, everything is there for me to love it. And I do, as I said, I love them all because I haven't sold them. Believe me, I don't know how many decks, about 80 I sold or selling, and some of them broke my heart, but they're those that I had already. You see, when you go through your collection, you think, okay, I've got like 10 Rider-Waite clones, why one more? Will I use it? No. And that was my the way I went about it. So this one, it's just beautiful, and it's actually people that I could know, you know what I mean, that are around. It's not a King of Swords that you've never met. This Temperance is quite amazing. I would know him, you know what I mean? So it's quite an easy deck to read. And the Chariot with the black and white, it's how Justice with the Pyramid. It's just a well done, well thought out, beautiful, minimalist, but yet things are there for you to read it, but I don't reach for it. I love the idea of it, and you see, that's the difference. And sometimes, I don't know if it happens to you, but it has happened to me where I really wanted a deck, I was waiting for it, and some of them you wait for 6 months or a year, and then they get here, and it's like, oh, you get them out of the box and you think, no, I don't even want to go further with it, because they have a feeling about it. This one is, how can I say, cold, and I think that's what it is. It's a cold, icy deck, and I don't think it's me, but I'm sure it gives amazing readings, and it's exactly, how can I say, because there's not too much, it lets you have your input in the cards, but no, I never reached for it. I didn't say who it's from. I forgot, because you see all these decks that there's a big, you know, you see them everywhere and then they kind of disappear, and so I forgot who it's by. Created by Jonathan Sayers. Beautiful deck. I'll show you the backs. I like the cardstock, but then the cardstock's got to be extremely thin for me not to like it. I like even big cardboard stocks. I love big cards. The bigger the better. So I'm unusual in my taste. Look at this, the star. Yeah, I know. I've heard the story about this card, about the pole dancer, but No. She goes to reach for the star. She goes and pick it, and get inspired. It's beautiful. And this, it's with the two colors and the veil. You see, I've seen that being used in photography, and actually there's an exhibition coming soon about America, and the photographer used this white veil to show what is not apparent in society. And so it talks to me. I wonder if this person does photography, because geometry, the sacred geometry. Look at that. You feel it. You've been through all the emotions here. One of the best judgment cards. What can I say? I could beat myself up, but that's the way it is. I don't use it, but I will now. This year is going to be the year of my neglected decks. This one, it's one of the latest ones I got. I was walking in New Orleans, which, by the way, what a city, right? And of course I made my map with all the esoteric stores, and I get in one, it's something, teacup or tea. It's a very old one for the United States. And there was, in a collection at the bottom, the Stella Tarot, and I said, oh, can I have it? And he looked everywhere, and he said, oh, I think it's the last copy I have. $20, please. I'll have it. So painted by Takako Roye and directed by Stella Kaoruko. So the tarot is a magical alphabet, no more difficult to learn than to learn any foreign language. Well, yeah. So this was printed in Belgium. That's when the cards were. I like the Belgium quality. So that's the backs. So it's an out of print deck. It's cute. I would normally not buy, with all the borders. Oh, and I mean the copyright. And for once, we can't say it's US Games because it's AGM, but it's the name of the creators. So it's quirky. I love quirk. I love quirky. The orange and pink and blue tones are just wonderful to me. Look how this 10 of Cups, you've reached, you see that's life here, and you've reached every one of them. And you say, yeah, well done, I've got the house, well done, I've got the garden, or whatever, it's like... The 10 of Wands. That reminds me of my ego, the picture of my ego. But that's linked to another video I made. But anyway. And look at the background here. See, I think maybe it's like in an old decrepit house, but the 10 of Wands, the prince, is trying to make you think that actually it's he's redecorating the place and showing you how much better it could be. And yeah, and that Queen of Cups, I find it just exquisite. Now I must admit, I bought it because it was out of print. It's like, oh, out of print, I want it now. That 5 of Cups with the moon here. And the way, you can read so much in the way the water is going in the cups. I love the backgrounds too in this deck. So, a great deck. Look at that. Manifesting. There's a lot in it, but I bought it. I will never sell it. You see, this is my special deck, my special find from New Orleans. I will never sell it, but I need to use it. I'm on a mission to get rid of anything I don't use, and this has been going with tarot cards. And it's been painful, you know, one deck at a time, selling, it's like, oh. But, yeah, another great deck I don't use. Next, one of my favorites, but I know why I don't use it, the Klimt Tarot, the Golden Klimt, by, who's done it? Artwork, Atanasov. So the Golden Klimt. So this one I will keep too. That's the booklet. I will keep too for a long time. And I tell you why I don't use it. Because, well, one of the reasons I've edged it black. It's not. One of the reasons is because it's an assigned deck. As in, to me, I see death in it. All the cards remind me of death somehow. And grief. And because I'm not a professional reader, I don't find much use for it. So I'm going to try to use it differently than seeing this picture of death everywhere and all the time. See, even here there's the veil. There's every card reminds me of death. Even this one. Or sex, actually, yeah. It's death or sex. So it's very interesting, like these three women here. I mean, look at, and I love fashion, so look at how intricate this design is of her dress, and I don't know, can I show you the gold on it? I mean, yeah, I love that too. Look at, you know, let it all hang out card, it's brilliant. It's more than just a design deck, let me tell you. To me, it's a very powerful deck. And pregnancy, and I don't use it enough. So all of these, I use them maybe once a year, twice a year. That's what I mean by, you know, I never use, as in, they should be in a rotation and they're not, right? Because the ones I don't use at all are gone. And look at that, for example, the eyes here. Oh, it's the eyes of that dragon. So yes, women are too white, too thin, blah blah on it. I agree. But at the same time, not always. It's a very, I mean, that Ten of Swords scares me. That's it. It's not a soft deck. I don't have decks with skulls. I know a lot of people love that. Decks with skulls, clowns and all. I don't. This is the scariest, you know, I get to. I just can't do it. I'm too sensitive. And I get the scary stuff from some cards, that's enough. I don't need the whole deck to show me this, I want to celebrate life. And maybe some people can celebrate life through adoring skulls and all that. I just can't. I can't. So, an exquisite deck, but it's not as soft as it looks, I swear. I do like that. I have to mention there's two men together, two women together, there's woman and child, there's a lot of, as I said, it's a relationship, it's sex and death, this deck. Just a really nice deck. Let me show you the backs. Okay, moving on. Yeah. I'm disappointed that I don't use it. When I discovered the Chrysalis Tarot, and I have the book, I thought this would become my soul deck. Well, it didn't. And I don't know why. See, I can't, I wish I could explain to you, okay, this is why, this is why, that, this is the back. It taps exactly in what I want. I think maybe it's too soft, but I like soft decks. I love the court cards because the court cards are like guides to me, and instead of saying, oh, it's the Page of Cups, blah 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 blah, it gives you a whole story of a persona, of a guide, and you know, like a fairy tale a little bit, if you don't believe in guides or don't work with guides. And I mean, the whole deck is like that anyway. Sometimes I find it's more fairy tale than a lot of fairy tale decks. And I mean, like this card, it just touches my heart. It really does. I don't know why I don't grab for it. Well, I don't like the, let me find it. I don't like the choice for the Fool. I just don't like it. It's the Magician. I don't understand. I don't see. I read the book many times on this card and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But apart from that, it's got so much to go on. It's well designed. The court cards are absolutely amazing. It's not a Rider-Waite Smith. But no. And it should be my soul deck, and it's not. That's why I'd love to have a place, right, where you can just go, there's all these tarot decks, and then you can just try them, play with them, and see how they go with you. Because honestly, you can like everything about it, and then it gets here, and you don't reach for it, and there's no, you can't explain. The Herbal Tarot deck, I've even done a really thorough walkthrough, one of the rare ones I've done, by Michael Tierra and Candice Kenton, and but I don't reach for it. Now, as you know, if you watch my channel, I'm not a fan at all of the Rider-Waite. So I find the swords completely too negative. And of course there's positive and negative in every card, but I don't find that in the other suits much. And I just find it's not well balanced. It's not well balanced. However, with the herbs, with the different, although it's very Rider-Waite, but with the different depiction, I find this one much more interesting. The use of colors. I could use it for chakra readings too, easily. I don't know if it's because of the plants. I'm not a big plant specialist, and every time I have to look what the plant is about, and I don't know if I still have space to learn new as in a whole system, but it shouldn't be, because it's the, I mean, the High Priest and Sage is easy enough, and it works well. And like the Tower and Garlic, it works well. For the others, I'm not always too sure. See, I'm not sure about mistletoe, why it would be the Five of Swords. I need to make a connection. I don't know if I have the time or the will to learn everything. And this is where I'm at, because I've bought a few decks. Most of the decks I buy now, it's because they're a different system. But I'm at the point where I'm like, I've got so many different systems that I just spend my time studying, and it's just getting too much, because I need to be enjoying too. So it's a nice deck. The guy that wrote it, Michael Tierra, knows about his plants, I tell you. The book is wonderful. It's an entrance. If you want to learn about plants, and it's a really good starting point. If you're into tarot. Ten of Cups, marijuana, how interesting. But then it's being used now. Hemp is being used as a pharmaceutical, so that makes sense. So I don't know. Maybe there's not enough action on the cards. I'm not sure what it is. And the marching band goes on, if you can hear it. Yeah, the food and ginseng. I don't know. Great deck. All of them, as I said, are great decks. I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying I don't reach for them. I don't know why. Another one. I had great hopes on. The Starlight Dragon. I like everything about it. The box, the little booklet. I bought the book as a PDF. Not PDF. It's online. The square cards, but they're more lozenges. Looking at the box, I mean, beautiful crafts. Beautiful. It's by Steph Enger and Nova Huska. And I was part of a moon group, and we used cards, and Steph joined us for a couple of months, and I think a month, and I saw her using the cards, and I thought, this is exactly up my alley. Sorry about the shine, because they're very shiny. So I can, the dragon is my totem animal, so I could speak to my, get my guidance, and somehow it doesn't talk to me. It talks to me. What I have to do with this, and I think it's a picture thing, I think it's too small, because there's a lot of details everywhere. And sometimes I need to take a picture of it and make it big on my computer, which, defeats the point. Oh no, the marching band, oh my god. Which defeats the point of doing readings with it. So you have the elements, you have, it's a great constructed deck. I think it's just, the pictures are just, I don't know, a bit too small for it. There's something about it, but I'll show you some more. It's like that. So we have here the High Priestess. And I feel it. See, the moon is there, and here. I feel she's mysterious, and the Three of Wands, same. I don't know what it is. 4, 5. And the mandalas, I'm so into mandala. It's crazy, right? It taps into everything you like, and you don't reach for it. How amazing. We are really complex beings. I love that Two of Swords with the 2 eyes here. It's well done. It's not for everyone, I get it. But I already have a link with the dragon, so I really thought this would help. But I think it's quite an advanced deck in a way, and maybe I haven't found my way in yet. So I'm going to insist the backs. I can see my screen. There it is. So that was the Starlight Dragon. Two more. The Osho Zen. I have it in French, right? I bought it in French because I live in France currently, and I thought it would be nice to have a deck in French. Maybe that's why I don't like. I don't know. I'd never reached for it. And once again, I'm not going to go into the schizophrenia card, for example, because people find it too strong. I find it very interesting personally. And I'm not going to go into Osho or Rajneesh because I remember, I'm old enough to know exactly what is done, the good and the bad. So that's not my point. My point is about, look at this. This is just so wonderful. Yeah, no. Yet I don't reach for it. I think sometimes, maybe I'd rather it be a book. I think, I don't know. Maybe some things are better in books than on cards. Look at that. That is fantastic, for example. It's the Four of Swords, right? How to take time to look at things. And when everything seems grey, to put the color back into your life. I mean, this is wonderful. This too, putting the last piece of the puzzle with the word. I mean, how strong. Yeah, well, there is. That could be your guide, you know, even if you're not a follower of Rajneesh or Osho as is now known. It could be your guide, it doesn't matter. Look at that. Once again, it goes along my yoga. I don't follow all the, you know, philosophy going with yoga, but some of it, and you know, it would go with it so nicely. But nope. Nope. Healing. I have a healing card. Oh, great. So this is its own system in a way, although it follows exactly the tarot. Past lives, it's all there. So I'm going to work more with it this year. That's the backs. I've edged them black. And they look very nice. I can't tell you which bag, I don't have the book. Sorry. It's a well-known mass market. And the last one, and I don't know why, again, it's stuck in a box. Yeah. It's the Margaret Peterson. So that's the backs. I trimmed mine. I have the one with the white borders at the back. I was tempted to get the German version, but I'm not using this one, so excuse me. I don't want to waste my money. You know what I mean? So Margaret Peterson. Now, this is another deck that could be a soul deck. Look at this, the Hangman. I mean, come on. Come on! How beautiful, wonderful, talkative. No, I don't reach for it. I think one of the things is that I'm not a fan of these little, windows, but in another way, I find the windows make you focus, so that looks more like a painting. Sometimes I wonder if it's not just beautiful paintings and they just don't talk to me, and that could be the case. There's a lot of art decks that don't talk to me. How wonderful this layer of black and the light. I mean, you can feel the light. How amazing is this card? But no. This one too. So, this is the last one of this series. I'd love to see your decks, the ones that you love, because I like every one of them. Love is maybe a big word, but I like every one of them, but somehow I'm just not reaching for them whatsoever. So thank you for watching this, and as I said, I will make a conscious effort, try and find a bag or something and keep them out or put them first on my cabinet and see if I use them more this year. So I see you all soon. Bye bye.